That sounded just like him too, Joe. Dude, what was that? That's perfect Taz right there.
Yeah, I was not watching wrestling at the time. Like once I probably my sophomore year of college, I fell off a lot. And he got me back on it, so I'm very great. And the show was a ton of fun to do. If you guys ever want to go back, it's probably still on the internet. You can see me making a fool out of myself a lot.
Joe, any last questions here for Anthony?
Yeah. So you said you fell out of it, right? Right after college, and then your relationship with Taz is what pulled you back in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what was, I guess, the storyline, or what was the exact point in time where because I mean, I think we all have that point in our lives. I think it happened for me in high school where, although I was like watching it, I went to a few events. Like I remember the Royal Rumble was at the Madison Square Garden in 2008. I wasn't really watching on a day-to-day basis. I would basically just watch like Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam with my friends. I wouldn't watch like Raw and SmackDown week to week.
Same.
And like, I honestly think that does happen to everybody. Like, I think you fall in love with it, right? And then there's a period of time where you have other things going on in your life and you meet different people and you make different friends. And for some reason, like maybe their interests don't like totally align with you, or you meet those people who are like, oh, wrestling is fake, blah, blah, blah. That happened to me, right? So, but again, I fell in love with it again as CM Punk cut the pipe bomb. And to me, that was the catalyst for like reigniting my passion for wrestling, right? So what was that for you?
Well, when I fell off, it wasn't for like a particular reason, but like you said, things changed. And Goldberg came back, what was it, December 2014, I think it was, 15. That had me watch whatever it was, Survivor Series when he beat Brock. Then I got the job with Taz, and they put me on the Matt Hardy's broken gimmick. And I was hooked. I was so in on it. I watched hours of TNA and Ring of Honor, all the stuff. I thought it was awesome. So I just started watching again. And then that's it. That's with the WWE. I obviously had come back for Goldberg. What got me back into all of wrestling, and which made me watch the WWE week in, week out again, was really Matt Hardy on a different promotion. And then it just so happened that WrestleMania that year is when he came back. And I watch it more than I watch basically anything else now besides sports.
How amazing is it that Matt Hardy and those segments that in those videos, what he presented as the broken universe, right, with Jeremy Borash and TNA, and I'll even throw like a mention to Lucha Underground in there because I never watched it religiously. How crazy is that we're looking back now 5 years later, and the WWE is now starting to really dip their feet and doing like the cinematic stuff, and not only are they doing it, but they're doing a really good job with it.
Well, it's just crazy because I love that stuff. And I didn't think that when Matt Hardy came over, I was shocked they even gave him that little bit of time with Bray, which I thought had a lot of potential. And then they kind of messed it up. But I love to see it. I don't know who it is, what their name is on NXT, but I just saw something the other day where they did this entrance. I want to say it's
Killer Cross.
Yes.
Well, not Killer Cross. He's Killing Cross now. But so it was his debut with the entrance and the smoke, and Scarlett came out and she was like singing the entrance theme. Yeah.
Like that. I was like, I can never see them doing something like that and doing it well, like you said 5 years ago or even 3 years ago. It was awesome. Like I'm shocked that they've gotten to this point. I don't know if that was more Triple H or whoever. Even like the little things that they started to do when they did the whole Matt and Bray thing at the Hardy compound. Like I have that T-shirt with the mower lawn shirt. It's my favorite wrestling shirt. So I love it. More of that. Firefly Funhouse has been awesome. The Boneyard match is great. Like give me more of the gimmicks. Like I love the wrestling aspect. Like I love the storylines that come from that, but I also love the gimmicks.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned Goldberg, because that Goldberg-Lesnar feud was actually really good, Joe.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's crazy that Brock was the one who thought about that. He was the one who pitched the suggestion to have Goldberg come in and beat him immediately and then finish out that trilogy, right, with a legitimate WrestleMania match. And even though it was only for a brief period of time, They honestly had just a really, really spectacular like fight in that short period of time, and that match was very fulfilling because everybody knows what happens, what happened at WrestleMania 20, that they had the match and it wasn't really a match and they got booed out of the building because they were both leaving the company. So it gave them both an opportunity to get that little bit of redemption, right? So I that's why I think it worked really,
Yeah,
really
it's
well.
great. Like, Lesnar actually has his favorites, and one of them, Joe, is R-Truth. And you know who else loves R-Truth?
Me?
Yeah, and Vince McMahon. I think R-Truth is one of Vince McMahon's top 4 favorites right now, along with The Undertaker and John Cena, I believe.
And Otis.
And Otis.
And
All
Otis is right.
So that's
Well,
good.
funny-
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I was going to say, funny story about the Lesnar Goldberg match. I was going to go to that Mania at the Garden. Like, I was set on it. I wanted to see Goldberg. He was my favorite guy at the time. And then I heard those rumors, and I was like, I don't want to go anymore. Like, I was so upset about the situation, and I probably would have been booing him just like everybody else. But I totally agree. That storyline was great, and it was a short match at Mania, but it was an awesome match.
Best match of the night. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. So, Anthony, we'll give we always do. We give our guests the last words here. So, what do you like to say? It could be about any subject, anything you want.
What do I want to say? Oh, give KBO a chance.
All right, so there you have it. And that's going to do it here for another episode of You Know I'm Right. We covered a lot, and we were able to give you our expert analysis. We thank Anthony Gallo for joining us, and for Joe Calabrese. I'm Nick Durst. Thank you for listening to You Know I'm Right.